Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end. Fucking big killer, hot. Big ball, fat.
Sports God TV broadcasting from DC. Like and subscribe if you're really trying to see me. Oh, what a feeling. Talking sports like religion, no cap over here, man. It's all about business. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Saul Canelo Alvarez. He did it again, ladies and gentlemen. Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga. What a good fight. Stand in front of each other type of fight. Everything happened the way I thought it would. I thought Canelo would win the fight. I'm not sure if I predicted a knockout on my prior video for that, but obviously the fight went the distance. Canelo dominated the fight. In the third round, Canelo, with one of his patented punches, which is that left hook upstairs, caught Berlanga solid on the chin, put him on the canvas, and it pretty much was downhill from there. Canelo was just too much for Edgar Berlanga. 62-2 with 2 defeats, only losses being to the TBE, the best ever, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. and Dimitri Bivol. Those are the only 2 men that defeated Canelo Alvarez. For Canelo, it's his 4th consecutive fight where he floored an opponent but couldn't close the show, and it went the distance. Hats off and shout out to Edgar Berlanga. A lot of class. Pay homage to his idol. He said Canelo Alvarez was his idol. He watched him coming up. It was an honor for him to be in the ring. You could tell he had an amount of respect for Canelo, but obviously as a fighter, once the bell ring, that mentality switches over. But at the end of the fight, at the end of the day, Berlanga showed nothing but class and humbleness in his defeat. Like I said, paid homage to one of the greatest to ever, be in the boxing ring. And Canelo, gave him his props, but Canelo said at the end, now what they gonna say? They say, I fight old fighters, I fight young fighters. They always got something to say. But he also said my experience, my talent, my hard work, my intelligence, everything combined together makes him the best. And I mean, what more can you say when it comes to what Canelo said? Of course, there are fighters out there that the public will want to see. Well, a fight, Demetrius Bivol, a rematch potentially. Canelo is eyeing that. You got Bud Crawford, who been openly saying that he wants to fight Canelo and challenge Canelo. But Dimitri Bivol got a showdown October 12th versus Arthur Beterbiev. Now, Canelo did say if Bivol does not get past Beterbiev, then, he's not interested in fighting Arthur Beterbiev because he wants to, challenge Bivol again and have an opportunity, to win that fight because, he was coming off of he had surgery on that left hand, and he says that's the reason why, everything wasn't all together that night, as far as the power in his hand and things like that. But at the end of the day, Saul Canelo Alvarez, man, he's already a Hall of Famer. I would say first ballot Hall of Famer. For Berlanga, he should be able to, I kind of feel like this. I can't use him as a Canelo, it all depends on how he soak up this loss. Because I remember when Canelo lost to Floyd Money Mayweather, you know, being an undefeated fighter, having as many fights as he did have. What it did to Canelo and what it could do to most fighters, it could really like discourage you, you know, taking your first loss like that. Or it could make you learn from it and then become a better fighter. What it did for Canelo is teach him a valuable lesson in boxing. And it has made him a better fighter, a more aware fighter, a complete fighter, to where as though the placement of his punches is. I seen him doing something that Floyd did to him, and that's kind of like blinding him with the right jab. And he was just really just putting it out there. It wasn't with no force or nothing, but what he was doing was tapping in different places, whether it was to the right of the glove, to the left of the glove, but really not trying to connect with it. He was basically trying to get Berlanga to move his hands a certain kind of way so he can set up that left hook. And that's pretty much what happened. I mean, it happened quite frequently throughout the fight. He was able to land at will. Berlanga had a few good shots, but nothing with no thunderous power that we know him to have. You know, when you're fighting a guy with an iron chin, Canelo Alvarez has never been down in his professional career, as far as to my knowledge. I've never seen him go down. He does have a chin, and he tends to walk his opponents down. He stands in front of you. He counters you. He will leave himself open to deliver what he needs to deliver. And that's what he did. He delivered a knockdown, which he has done, like I said, in his last 4 fights, but he just go the distance. He doesn't have what he probably had back then as far as the killer mentality to be able to get you up out of there. Shout out to my favorite fighter. You guys already know that Canelo Alvarez, I've been very, very, very clear on this, on my stance since Floyd Money Mayweather has left the sport of boxing, that Canelo Alvarez was my favorite fighter. Now, if I had to go down another favorite fighter to watch, obviously it's Gervonta Tank Davis. He's one of my favorite fighters as well. But until Canelo retires, then he still will remain my favorite fighter in the game, in the sport. But Terence Crawford was ringside with Turkish Alex Sheik, and you already know what they talking about, because that's a big money fight. I think some of the people want to see that fight. I wouldn't mind wanting to see that fight. I think Bud's skills is good enough, but I don't know if Bud can swim in that water with that shark, you know, for 12 rounds. I mean, I'm sure skill-wise he can match it. But what does Bud do when he does get hit with the shots that Canelo has? As far as Bivol goes, Bivol get through this tough fight that he got, then I would love to see that rematch, a fully healthy Canelo Alvarez versus a Dimitri Bivol that potentially could be coming off a big win, and that fight was set up for undisputed at 175, and Canelo will have an opportunity to make history once again. What are you guys' thoughts and comments on the fight? Did you like the fight? Was it entertaining enough? Did you guys give Edgar Berlanga a real legitimate shot? Who would y'all like to see Canelo Alvarez fight next? Do you want him to fight the winner of Dimitri? Do you want to see the rematch with Bivol? Because he said he's not interested in Beterbiev. Or would you want to see him against Terence Bud Crawford? Drop your comments in the comment section. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. And I'm out. Until the next time.